Ahoy! In this episode I show you how I replace my engine mounts, and yeah, again, don't be confused, some shots might be recorded before or after the last episodes. This is because I want to put this video together to have a, all about engine mounts and not following a proper timeline. That means some work has to be done before I can continue on the other project. So I'm jumping between different projects, like repairing the beams, taking out the transmission, doing the engine mounts or the holding tank or whatever I'm doing at the moment. So yeah, it's not following a proper timeline, it's all about engine mounts, and this is what's coming today. I'm doing all this work because I want to have my systems running properly before I point Zero's bow further south and have to deal with that stuff somewhere in Central America. So I'm doing it now, and one part is that my engine mounts didn't look really good. They looked old, and I saw a lot of worn out rubber left and right. They were corroded, and I felt a little bit too much vibration, so I hope I can reduce the vibration when I put the new engine mounts in. So I borrowed an A-frame from Winds and lift up the engine. The transmission was out anyway, so I had room to work on it, and I needed more room to work on the other projects. You saw the repairing the beams projects before on the holding tank. This wouldn't be possible without taking the transmission off and the muffler off and all the stuff. So the transmission was off. I borrowed an A-frame. Here we go. Let's lift up the engine. I took all the nuts off from the engine mounts. 3 of them came off pretty okay. I mean, they were tight, but with a big wrench it worked out pretty good. But the 4th one just wasn't moving at all, and yeah, then just decided to cut it. I took the grinder and just cut it off. It looks a little worn out, but it's off. I can probably lift up the engine, and I have around 17-inch room to slide it forward. So I have way more room to work here. So the engine is up. You can see the old mounts. We can work on 3 mounts. The old old rubber. Hier, siehst du Vater? Das ist Gummi. So I got the old screw drilled out. I got this a little deeper than before because the new mounts are a little thicker, so they will fit in here. And now I'm going to seal it all with epoxy and then let it cure, and probably tomorrow we can put it back together. So now the engine is hanging, swinging on the A-frame. I took off the L brackets from the engine as well. They looked kind of worn out and I wanted to paint them. So I sanded them down to bare metal and first put a coat of phosphor on it. Then I put 2 coats of rust lock primer on it before I spray painted them red to match the engine color. After the paint has cured, I put everything back together and mounted the new engine mounts on the swinging engine to lower them. The mounts are the same size like the old ones. The bolts have the same distance, so I can put them in the old position and don't have to deal with figuring out where the engine has to sit. I was kind of concerned that I damage something with a 1,000-pound engine hanging on the A-frame, lowering it. If one of the come-alongs would slip, yeah, that would be pretty bad. But yeah, I just did it step by step and yeah, see how it worked. Okido, it's time to lower the engine. Today's Friday. I have 2 more days. I'm flying on Sunday evening. I can't get my transmission now. I can pick it up tomorrow, but it's not enough time to leave the boat with a running engine, so I want to just lower the engine to make sure it's not falling down while I'm away. So everything is prepared. We have the mounts on the engine and now we try to lower it. My brother's here to help me and my dad is supervising all this. So can't go wrong.
Engine is still hanging in the air and let's try to get it back on the frame. Let's see if it fits in, how it fits in, and how we can secure it that it's ready for departure. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yalla yalla, eh?
Ja, seht zu, dass es Ferie wird.
Tina? Weiter?
Nee, Alter, ich muss den anderen Trick nehmen.
Hier.
Wo bin ich denn?
Jetzt runter. Gut, ne?
Guck mal auf der Seite, ob da irgendwas kabelmäßig ist oder so.
Nö, das sieht alles ganz gut. After the engine was almost in place, it was almost sitting with all weight on the beams. I could push it a bit to find the right holes, and then all I had to do is put the leg bolts into it and bolt it down into the old holes, and the job was done. The new mounts are in there. They look good. I don't know how this project will end, but what I can say for now is that you definitely can do it on your own. All the work, you save a lot of money. The alignment, I'm not sure. I will Google it a little more, but maybe I need professional help for that. But from now, thumbs up. Never give up. Aloha. So the engine is back in place and I can release the A-frame. It worked quite good. Don't know if the engine is right position, but that will be figured out when I'm back. I needed to fly out to Germany to renew my visa and catch up with friends and families. So my flight was booked and it was going in a couple days. I did not want to have the engine swinging on the A-frame for a few months when I'm in Germany, so I had to lower it, even though the transmission was still on the back of a truck somewhere in the US on the way to me. But yeah, I had to do it. I wanted to leave ZERO. Best would be I could left her with a running engine, but I'm pretty sure that's not working. So I wanted to lower it. I could do all the alignment and stuff afterwards when I'm back, but it had to sit. I wanted to mount it so it's even the boat is rocking, the engine can't fall off. So when I'm back from Germany, I can mount the shaft and put the transmission back on, and then I will start the alignment and keep on going to finish that project. But for now, that's it. To make sure the engine's not getting any harm during my time in Germany, we flushed it with fresh water, and afterwards we filled it with pre-mixed cooling fluid, and which is usually a very easy job. Makes it a bit more complicated with the not connected exhaust, so we don't want to have all the exhaust in there, and no water intake, no water outtake, so we filled it all into buckets. My brother holds a vacuum cleaner into the exhaust, so most of the exhaust would just go through the vacuum cleaner outdoor. And yeah, it worked pretty good. We just had it a quick run, you know, flush it for a couple seconds, and then we filled it up with pre-mixed cooling fluid, so it can sit there and not getting any corrosion or stuff like this. So all I need now is the transmission, which is supposed to be delivered tomorrow, and then I can focus on preparing the boat for my absence. I will be away for a couple months. I'm going to fly to Germany to renew my visa and catch up with friends and family, see Rebecca again, and take care of my little cottage I have over there. And then I'll be back at ZERO. But this time I decided not to fly over all these beautiful places. Every time I fly over the East Coast, I said, man, you gotta stop here, you gotta stop there, make a stop. You're flying over it anyway. So this time I decided to make a stop at the Bahamas. I have a friend over there who invited me to his boat, and I will stay a couple of days over there and have actually some vacation. Try to wash all the grease off my fingers. So that's it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Might learn a little bit about your project. And yeah, as always, please, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, help me grow the channel. That would be very awesome. And I'm interested in your comments, so feel free to leave one. Aloha and out.